Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Charlesworth with the ML Real Estate Group. Thanks again for joining us today here with our spotlight on Loudoun and Fairfax. Today we are going to be interviewing Peak Performance Training with Sean, and he's going to tell us all about his programs and how he gets athletes ready for the season. Let's go. Sean, thank you so much for being here today with us, discussing your business. And we want to learn a little bit more about Peak Performance Training and a little bit more about your background and how all this became. Can you tell us a little bit about why you started this in the first place?
Sure. Obviously, my name is Sean Lanigan. I was born and raised out in this area in Herndon. I've been a multi-sport athlete all my life. Soccer was my main focus. That's what I played most of my life. And I've been involved with fitness in the soccer aspect for 25 plus years, and it's really evolved over the years. It's become a major importance to the elite level player from keeping injury free. So I fell in love with the soccer part. Once I finished playing back, I'm not gonna say when, cut that. But fitness wise, I came back to this area. I was in California coaching soccer. I came back to this area and wanted to focus on really developing athletes at that point in time, and so I started Peak Performance. We are a multi-sport athlete company. Our primary focus is with soccer and lacrosse. They have very similar movement patterns.
So I understand there's a couple different programs that you guys offer, like different sections of the business and the training. Tell us a little bit more about what's the most common training section that you guys do, and about a little bit about the cross training in general.
SAQ is our main business, which is speed, agility, and quickness. And that's every athlete needs to get faster, needs to get stronger, more powerful and explosive. And the quicker you can do those type of things, the more elite of an athlete you'll be in whatever sport you play. So that is our main focus. We also have, Eddie is my head trainer as well. We both have soccer backgrounds, so we also offer soccer and SAQ combined classes, soccer finishing classes. And I was a goalkeeper all my life, so I have goalkeeping specific classes as well. I train probably about 35 goalkeepers in this area.
Cool. Now, do you guys have one-on-one programs? Is it a team building or a team effort, or do we also have any adult wants to do specific training for themselves? Do we have those specifics as well?
We do. We have adult training classes that anybody can join. I actually have an adult out tonight. She is coming out for the first time ever, but we do have adult specific classes we do train. We do a lot of one-on-one private training. Again, soccer skill-wise or SAQ-wise. We do team training. This is what we'll see later on tonight. We have 2 teams coming out here.
Nice.
And we also have our open group sessions where anybody can join, but I keep the level of the athletes pretty much all the same.
Cool. And I think you do have 2 different locations as well, right?
Yeah, so we train a lot in Loudoun. We do a lot of the Loudoun ECNL girls. We also train in Chantilly, that's where I live, and so we do a lot of the athletes come there to the Valor facilities, and then we train out here in McLean.
So Sean, if we wanted more information about these one-on-ones, all these training sessions that you have, where should we go, and how do we get in contact with you?
We have a very dynamic website, peakperformancetraining-sean.com. You can find all the information, all the programs we provide on there, our schedule over there. You can book online, register, and pay for anything we do.
Perfect. Well, Sean, thanks again for all your time today. It was a pleasure meeting you, and let's get ready for the season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, everyone. This is Eddie here with Peak Performance as well, and he is in charge of our recovery program for the injuries that sports and athletes have, right?
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what that looks like? What's our most common injury?
Sure.
And how do you guys treat that? And what's the time lapse in that?
Yeah, absolutely. So with a lot of soccer players, we're dealing with ACL injuries, which is in the back of your knee.
Okay.
Hamstring injuries. Those are all common sports injuries based off of, kids playing a lot of games throughout the week.
Right.
Weekends, taking a lot of hits.
Okay.
So the way we go about our program is, I have a history of injuries, ACL injuries, broken leg. So I know what the rehab process looks like.
Right.
Very
Is it a long
extensive.
process?
It's a very extensive, long process.
Yeah.
Right. You go through the mental phase of the recovery first, where the athlete is devastated, and then after that, It's, well, can we create a plan that works for the athlete as well as the trainer? Because every athlete is different in terms of how we approach a situation.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Like, what kind of activities are we out on the field doing little things, jumping around, not jumping around?
Yeah. So within the first month, I would say it's a lot of short stuff.
Okay.
Right? Quick ball work, quick touches, seeing how they feel jumping off of both legs. When it comes to working on headers or inside foot touches, dropping the ball, onto the ground. Small things like that within your first month. When you get to month 2 to 3, it's longer drills.
Yeah.
A lot more running with the ball, cutting left and right, and then working on shooting as well as sprints after and before touching the ball. Then once we get to about months 4 to 6, after being cleared, it's the full program cuts in. We have our speed and agility program, and as well as incorporating the ball a lot more within speed and agility, being hurdles, so a lot of lateral work into a sprint, turning, getting the ball, sending a ball in back to the coach while going for another sprint. Right? So we make it a lot more game-like realistic.
Okay. All right. And what other injury? I know you said something about the ACLs, common, right?
Correct.
And then what other injuries that might be maybe unique that you guys have worked with before?
So unique, I guess, for us, it's mainly ACL, right? But common injuries in soccer are probably hamstrings and your groin.
Yeah.
Just from a lot of the kicking, a lot of the overworking. Nowadays, a lot of athletes are pretty much playing 5 to 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Which is a lot more than what we've been used to in the last 20 to 30 years, based off of tournaments, based off of kids traveling a lot more now. Right? So as coaches, we really emphasize on a lot of parents and athletes of taking care of your body within those 5 to 6 days, besides just playing soccer every single day.
Nice.
Right, there has to be a time where you're actually working on the mechanics of your body, and fixing something besides just playing. And that's where from studies, you see hamstring injuries and groin injuries coming from, because the mechanics aren't there anymore. Kids are just playing, overworking their body, and that's where the injury comes in. So we really put an emphasis to parents about at least take 1 to 2 days a week and make sure the kid allows themselves to either A, recover, or B, works on an injury prevention program, which is what we do in season.
And that's what I was just going to ask you. Is there something that you guys have for injury prevention, or like that you preach about, or what you need to do with your athletes?
Yeah, so over the summer, our off-season work is primarily to get the kids ready for the season, right?
Yeah.
Because that's their downtime. Once we get to the winter, that's where our in-season program starts kicking in. What we do there is a lot of single leg work, right? A lot of controlled mechanics, flexibility, a lot of balance work. So strength, balance, flexibility is the key for any athlete in season to, like I mentioned, maintain their body for a long season going into the summer.
Right. All right, thanks everyone for viewing our video once again here on Spotlight on Loudoun. For more information, check out the link below, and don't forget to like, follow, and share Spotlight on Loudoun. Thanks again, until next time.